Oh my God, I wish I didn't have to work today. It's a beautiful morning, nice and cool. It's only supposed to be in the low 70s. We've had this heat wave for the last couple of weeks. It's so friggin' hot out that you just don't want to do anything. And now we get a 70-degree day, and I got so much shit to do. If I didn't have to work, this would be amazing. And I can't call in. It's too short notice, and my work is busy. My career field, I'm needed. So yeah, since and we we changed the name of the machine. So I had named it, the new machine. I named it Horny Toad because it looks like a toad. Really, it does. It looks like a toad. When the wind, look, it looks like a toad. So it's toad brown in color, and it just looks like a toad. So I named it Horny Toad. Well, certain people didn't like that name because it's kind of crass and kind of nasty. So, since my Jeep is named Thunder Gecko because it's gecko green, we decided to name the Argo ThunderToad. So it looks like suddenly I'm really into amphibians. But it's an amphibious ATV. So yeah, it's fitting. So yeah, ThunderToad is in the stable. And true to form, I started tearing into it last night. Check it out, because it's not running right. Previous owner thought it was the choke on the carburetor, and it turns out the choke is working fine. It's actually something to do with the carburetor. When you give it throttle, it floods, and it starts spitting gas out of the throat. So yeah, I got to pull that carb off and do a complete rebuild and a good cleaning, sonic cleaning on it. So that's one of the missions. The really cool thing about this machine is it's all original. Okay, it's a two-owner machine. The original owner that purchased it, when he purchased it from the dealer, got a lot of factory accessories added to the machine. So there's the tracks, of course. And in order to put the tracks on, you have to have a wheel extension kit to push your wheels out farther from the tub so the tracks will clear. So he purchased that. He purchased the windshield. So that's an add-on. He purchased the winch, which works. He purchased the mud flap kit. He got, what else did he get on here? Oh, he got these two tow bar hooks for the back. That's an accessory. Dang it. Oh, the skid plate. The full, this is huge. The full skid plate for the bottom. That's big. I mean, the material on this tub compared to my Atex is twice as thick. So if you look how thick this plastic is. See that? On my Atex, it's just paper thin. So you hit something with that, and it just punches a hole in it. Not only that, but there's some accessories on here that he installed. Oh, a volt gauge and an amp gauge, or a hour use meter, and it only has 343 hours on the machine. The trailer hitch, that's an accessory. So there's some things on here that he went the extra mile when he ordered the machine. The original owner ordered the machine with all this stuff on it. So I'm pretty happy about that. Not only that, but when I went and picked it up yesterday, the seller came out with a big folder of all the original paperwork. There's a service manual in there. All the little notes and scraps of paper that have been through this machine's life, as far as what was done to it and everything like that. One of my goals with the skipper, there's the skipper, poor thing, was to have a heated cab, because I'm going to use this a lot in the winter for ice fishing. So I was going to design a system, a heat system that took the heat off the engine, and instead of just blowing it wherever, it would redirect that heat off the engine to blow into the cab, to heat the cab. Somebody beat me to that on this one. So here is a ductwork system that they installed for that very purpose. So when the engine is running, it's actually blowing heat from the fan-cooled motor into the cab. Not only that, but under these screws, there's a big blower. So I think at one time, that blower was hooked up to the machine and actually would blow heat into the cab. I found out that this motor has this unit has a Briggs & Stratton V-twin 16 horse motor. It's a pretty good sized motor. The motor I put in the Atex, which is on the bench there, that's only a 14 horse. This is the motor out of the skipper, which is a one lunger. I think that's maybe 10 or 12, if that. So this is definitely the biggest engine for my machines that I have in my possession. So yeah, so I'm pretty jacked. I got a sweet unit here. I don't know what's been done for maintenance on it, but as you all know, when you're dealing with one of these old machines like the skipper here, especially the skipper, there's no literature anywhere to be found on maintenance, what it takes for oil, etc., etc. And this owner actually got the service manuals for this unit with exploded diagrams of the components and the part numbers. So I have like a treasure chest of information about this Argo. Super impressed with how strong it is. That's probably why they lasted, and they still make them today, because they're so well built. So I pulled the floor pans out, and everything is 50 chain on the drive, double roller 50 chain, serious strength. The chain tensioning system, you can see it there. Teflon blocks. These chains are nice and tight right now. Man, just super impressed. The built-in poly tank under the seat. So as far as maintenance goes, what oil to use in the transmission, how to even change the oil. When I was looking at this engine, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get to the drain plug at the bottom of this motor? It's wedged in here like a sardine. Well, turns out there's a special kind of pump that you stick down the filler tube, and you actually siphon and pull all the oil out of the engine when you want to change that, and you can do the same thing on the transmission. So I'm going to get me one of those extraction pumps, and this thing is going to get a complete tune-up, including a fluid change. Even has a spare belt tucked up under here. I saw that the other day. The engine has a backup rope pull start right there. So if the battery dies or the starter fails, you can start it. The muffler on this, I don't know if it's original. It looks interesting. No, it's not. That's a motorcycle muffler, and it's obviously loose. So I'm obviously going to do some work there. But it's pretty quiet, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a machine that was whisper quiet, because when I go camping and fishing, I'm going to fish out of this. You get up at 4 in the morning and you want to start the machine. This is your boat to get out on the water. You want to start the machine. You know, you don't want some big brum, bum, 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 bum. I mean, that motor over there sounds just like a Harley. And I don't need to fire that up at 4 in the morning. I want this thing to just be whisper quiet. So yeah, I'm mega jacked about this. So, the skipper's going up for sale, but I got to finish pulling the axles out. I mean, I might as well finish that job. I got 2 axles left on the driver's side. I gotta wrestle out of there. Here's all the pile of old bearings and gears, which I planned on replacing. So I'm gonna pull the rest of those axles out, and then in the AATV world, which stands for Amphibious ATV, there's a guy that's, I think he owns a Muddox dealership, and he's in the process, last I heard, of trying to build a museum for these things, so that he has several different brands of machines. And I think I might contact him and see if he'd be interested in buying the skipper, because only 1,200 were made and they're super rare. See if he wants to buy that. And then my poor Atex is sitting out here in the yard. So I'm going to clean that up, put a fresh coat of paint on it, and I'll put that up for sale too. And get some of the horses out of the stable. The money I get from those, hopefully I can buy a nice aluminum enclosed trailer to haul ThunderToad around. So that's the plan. I couldn't believe it. We were trailering that thing home, and it was on the trailer, you know, so it was wide open and exposed. We're trailering it home. Not only is it a lot heavier than I thought, the book says it's 700 and some pounds. Well, I think it's way heavier than that, especially with the tracks on. So, because this trailer was really doing some flexing on the way home. But anyway, it's sitting on the trailer wide open. You should have seen all the Rubberneckers. Everybody that drove by is just like, just breaking their neck checking it out, because to be honest with you, not too many people have seen one of these things. You know, they're out there, but most people that have them live way out in the sticks, or up in Canada or Alaska or something like that, and they're sitting parked on their remote property, and they don't trailer them around. So they're not too many people see them, and then you're driving down the road and you see something like this. Looks like a mini tank on a trailer. Yeah, it's gonna get attention. And I don't know. You know, I'm not an attention whore, but says the guy that built that. Yeah. Everywhere I go with that, I get looks and thumbs up and comments and stuff, but I don't know, I'm just getting sick of the attention. I would just like to have a average Joe truck, like my winter truck. Here's my winter beater. You know, belly button truck. Everybody has one. Nobody looks at it twice. And if I'm hauling that machine around, I'd rather have it hidden in a trailer where every time I go to a gas station, I don't have like 5 people coming up. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's pretty cool. Tell me all about it. I don't know. You know what I mean? The attention's nice, but then it's not. So anyway, I wish I had the day off because gorgeous freaking day and I could get a lot done. But gotta make the bank. So that's where we're at.